Hi guys, so I have a guest today. Her name is, what's her name, girl?
Well, my name is Taro.
Tara is her name, okay? Hey guys, how are you doing today? So as you can see, I'm not alone. I have a guest, and today we're going to be talking about why you guys didn't get videos for like the past 2 months. What was happening, because it was going down, guys. We were doing something related to teaching English, and this is something we felt we had to do. But before we get into that, welcome. If you're new and you're coming here for the first time, we love newbies. Please subscribe, press the notification bell, and share the channel. And if you're a regular, thank you so much for being our day ones. We appreciate it. Well, I don't know about Tero, but I appreciate it.
Support.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
So thank you so much for just supporting and just watching the videos and sharing as well. So many people have been helped, so it really means a lot when you do that. So without wasting any more of your time, girl, what's your name?
Well, thank you for giving me the time to be on your channel, first
You're
of all.
welcome.
My name is Tero, and I am from South Africa.
So as you can see, we're having like a whole, Zimbabwe, South African thing happening here. And
Neighbors. We are neighbors.
We are neighbors. And it is beautiful. So yes, Hong Kong is African friendly. She's from South Africa, I'm from Zimbabwe, and we are teaching English in Hong Kong. But yeah, Tara, where were you before Hong Kong?
I was right next door of Hong Kong, which is Shenzhen, China, and I was teaching at a learning center. That's what I was doing.
And then you came to Hong Kong.
And then I came to
Why
Hong Kong.
did you move? Like China just didn't.
Because I loved Hong Kong. I actually came by to visit with my best friend, and I told him I have to work in Hong Kong. And so I made it happen. And the next year I started working in Hong Kong.
And that's how I met Tero. She was working in Chatteris. I was in Chatteris as well, but I was post-secondary, and then Tero was primary school. She's still teaching in primary school, in a primary school as well. In the primary school program with Chatteris, and that's how we met, and we became friends. And I left Zimbabwe because I just wanted to work somewhere. The world has so much to offer, and I don't know about Tero. Why did you move from South Africa? It's South Africa. I'm not gonna get into details, but
Girl, well, I was honestly destined to leave South Africa. I studied social sciences, anthropology. I've always been interested in other cultures. And I worked in SA government like an internship, but they did not retain me, and they froze a lot of posts. And at that point I knew. I just knew.
It's time to go.
It's time to go.
You're like, I'm leaving South Africa.
I gotta go.
I'm leaving this country.
And I left.
She left and she never looked back since.
Nope, not once.
Which is, I think it's the case with most people that leave their countries. You just want to get better, just want to see what else is out there. And I always say it's always good to leave your country because then you get exposed to a lot of things. Hong Kong, guys, it's a pool. It's like a candy store with a lot of things. With a lot of things, just so much to do. But anyway, me and Tero could go on and on all day, guys, forever. Yeah. So I think we're meant to tell them what we were doing.
2 months.
2 months, yeah. So we decided to do something called a CELTA.
It's a Cambridge. What is Cambridge CELTA?
I'm gonna Google it.
It's a Cambridge CELTA course, but there's a different way to say it, but I just forgot.
There's a different way to say it, but wait, hang on, let's see. So we were offered 2 months because we were doing an English teaching certificate offered by the University of Cambridge, and it's called a CELTA. I'll get you the details right now. Okay, so it is, the entire meaning of that is oh
my goodness, it's long.
Certificate in teaching English to speakers of other languages.
To adults.
To adults.
To
yes,
adults.
yes. Okay, it's not here. I don't know what happened. I think this is an old one.
Oh yeah, they recently changed the meaning. They changed the
Yeah. Oh yes, here it is. Certificate in English language teaching to
adults.
adults.
Yes.
So that's what we were doing. But not because we only want to teach adults, but here in Hong Kong, it's a certificate that is recognized by the government. If you want a teaching post within the government, then you have to do a CELTA or a Delta, and like a TESOL.
Yes, it's a TESOL. TEFL is also accepted.
Yeah.
But yeah. But obviously they'll prefer someone with a higher qualification.
Yeah.
Naturally.
And I mean, when you hear University of Cambridge, I mean, that's...
And yeah, University of Cambridge, they're the
Yeah.
only ones who offer the CELTA.
Yeah.
So you know for sure, like,
it's
we
legit.
got it. Yeah.
It's like the thing. And so why did you do it? Like, what happened?
Girl.
Yeah.
So this one day, we were at a volunteer program
Yeah.
called Hip Hong. And we took, I love taking the bus. So I was like, oh, let's take the bus. She was like, sure. But I just didn't check things properly. It was a long bus ride.
Was like 2 hours?
It was 2 hours.
2 hours,
It
like
was-
30-something stops.
It felt like 60-something
Then,
stops.
by the time we got to 15 stops, we were good. But it was good because we got to 15 and our brain started working.
Kind of thinking about,
outside the box.
So that's when we
And-
started talking about, doing
Yeah.
different courses
Yeah.
while we're here in Hong Kong, just
Yeah.
to better ourselves.
Yeah.
And we mentioned the PGCE.
We did.
Yeah. Yeah, but then
Well-
at that time, I didn't know about I wasn't considering the CELTA course at that time.
Yeah.
I just thought PGCE. And then fast forward to this year, I was planning to do mine around April, June, and she told me that she's doing hers a lot sooner. And I'm like, well, let me join you. Then we can do it together.
Yeah.
Support each other.
It's going to be easier together.
It was not. It was not. It was not easy together. We cried together.
But I thought if we did it together, it would get to like meet up, do assignments, and like
It was
we just
not.
never had the time. Like we just didn't have the time. Not because we didn't want to or we didn't prioritize meeting to do it, but the CELTA just doesn't give you time to even be like, I'm coming over to work.
No. Every minute you're thinking about the CELTA
Yeah.
and what you need
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Like those
It's-
10 minutes on the train, you could be working on something,
Oh,
regarding
man.
the CELTA. So
It just.
yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
And we did it. And one of the reasons why we wanted to do it is because we want to work in government,
Yeah.
get teaching positions in government, because obviously I think that's what most teachers would like to do, get something a bit permanent, something that is sure, you get like it's certain, and the benefits are also very, very, very good. I think that's like,
The main thing, yeah.
yeah,
The incentives, you're like, yeah, definitely.
yeah, some good incentives working in government. And I mean, we love working with children. I mean, that's why we're here in
Yeah.
the first place. I came here 2019. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it, but then I got into it. I was like, you know what? I love this. I
Yeah.
enjoy this.
Yeah,
I
I
think it was the
agree.
same with you as well.
Yeah, it was because when I was in Shenzhen,
Yeah.
I taught 3-year-olds all the way to 14-year-olds, and I really, really loved it.
Yeah.
And the actual reason that I wanted to move to Hong Kong is because I knew that they have an actual focus for
Yeah,
students with
yeah, yeah.
special educational
Yes.
needs. And I was like, that's definitely my area, and I really want to just get into that. And it's great. I've been getting, a decent amount of training from
Yeah.
Chatterers, so that's
Yeah.
good. And yes, that's fine. We love kids and we love teaching.
And because I also feel like if you don't love the job, you won't stay.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
the schools are really heavy on just education and teaching and the duties that you have as well. If it's something that you're not into, something that you just there just to, I don't know,
Yeah.
get paid for, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why Chatterers is there as well. Like you get in, you volunteer for, a year, and you kind of find out if it's something that you want to do long term. And if you don't, you go back home. And if it is, then guess what? You get opportunities in Hong Kong to teach further. So yes, guys, we do the CELTA, and the application process. We were interviewed by like English gurus, guys. Like, oh, I remember we got my interviewer. I remember getting in that interview, and I was like, he was like you could tell like he's had a lot of experience
Yeah.
in English and teaching and tutoring. And when you get to tutor on how to teach English, that's really big.
Yeah.
I was nervous when I had my interview.
I was also nervous. Damn, it's an interview. Like,
It's
what if my English isn't
like,
good
yeah,
enough?
yeah. Like, you know, the tongue just does its own thing.
English escapes you in that moment, and
Yes.
you're like, they're gonna reject me. They
Yeah.
are going to reject
Yes,
me.
because I missed an article. Now they're like,
That's what I thought.
so it was nerve-wracking for me, and I'm assuming for Tero as well, as you
Yeah.
guys just heard. It was just but it was it was comfortable. I mean, they didn't intimidate us,
Yeah.
but they did say some stuff that made us think twice about doing the CELTA. Yeah. So me and Tero work full-time.
Yes, we do.
What were you told?
No, just that, exactly what you said. But I'm just like, because
Yeah.
when I think back to just how much work we had, it's just like that, I can't believe we actually got through it.
did.
Yeah. But Jess, you were saying, how was your interview?
Mine, my interviewer told me, he said that when you're working full-time, I don't think you can do it. And to be fair, I should have just backed away slowly.
Put your guns down. I don't want to hurt nobody.
I should just backed away real slow, because when you're working full-time and you're doing the CELTA, it's work. It's a lot of work. You're getting bombarded from every angle, from your full-time job, from the CELTA itself, and it has just so many demands. It's, I mean, you've been to varsity, right?
Yes.
Was
Oh, university was okay.
Yeah.
University was good.
Yep.
University was decent.
Yep.
This.
The university pampered us.
Yeah.
The CELTA will big hammer. Like,
You'd be like, what was I thinking?
yeah.
What was I thinking?
Yep. I had moments like that. I was like, Tero,
man.
what are we doing here? This
Girl.
is self-inflicted pain.
It is.
You know, and the thing is, you can't really cry because you know you did it to yourself.
And
Mhm.
you know how much you paid for it. So you better
Girl.
stick to it.
Girl, how
And
much did we pay?
20,000 Hong Kong dollars, right? Roughly in rands, that would be
40-something
40,
thousand
yeah,
rand.
40 something.
For a
so-
2-month
yeah,
course.
Yeah. 40 something
2
thousand rand.
months, guys. 40
So we
something.
had everything in it. We knew we have no choice but to kill
We
it.
didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
didn't. And I think that's what hurt the most. Like, like we paid so much money for this, and you know when you do something like that, you want to come out having attained what you
Yeah.
paid for. So that was the most difficult thing. The thought that, oh my gosh, am I going to come out alive? You know, with a certificate, with a qualification. But the center that we had ours with was very generous. Yeah.
And very, they were very considerate.
Yeah.
Considerate of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Because for most people who maybe don't know, Hong Kong is a very expensive place to live.
Yeah.
You can definitely manage.
Yeah.
But it's expensive. Rent is really high. So I remember when I applied with Chatteries, they let me know that like a third of your pay will definitely be going to your
Without
rent.
fail.
Without
Yeah.
fail, there's no way
Yeah.
around it. A third of it goes to your rent. Maybe some of it you'll use it for your groceries, and the rest you can try to save
Yeah.
or whatnot. But yeah.
And this is why the government job is a good one, because they actually cover
Yeah.
your accommodation outside of your salary. So
A1 stuff right
Yeah.
there. That's why we're trying to get there.
yeah.
Because we're tired of paying rent.
So the center we did it with, they actually helped us.
Yeah.
And they said we could pay our fees in installments. So that was really good and something that I was really happy about, because 20K at one go, that's a leg and an arm. Maybe 2 legs and an arm.
But you're not allowed to use body parts literally when you're saying it cost an arm and a leg. Don't you know, Chieta? Don't you know?
And
A real arm and a leg.
so this is one of the things we learned on the CELTA.
Yeah. It's an inside joke.
When you're teaching English, some learners might actually, when you use idioms like an arm and a leg, they might take it literally,
Yeah.
like an actual arm and a leg,
Yeah.
2 arms. So, but yeah, another reason to do the CELTA, you get to learn all these amazing things as well, how to teach learners of other, speakers of other languages, and just the different ways that they think and that they could possibly understand things. And as teachers, we are supposed to be understanding and just look at everything from every angle.
Yeah.
One of the things I appreciated from the CELTA was how at the end we were put in the shoes of the learner.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I mean, most of the way it was just us being the teachers, and when you get to see like, oh damn, yeah, it's not that easy,
It's
yeah.
not easy.
Especially if it's like a language you just don't know the
Yeah,
language,
yeah.
and you're expected to, you know, basically speak it and
Yeah.
you know write and
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was really. I also like that in getting to know the learner. The first assignment that we did, we had to like do like serious research on why might your student have a problem like with this area of language.
Yes.
Then you have to look into their first language and be like, oh, okay, in their first language maybe they don't use different pronouns. They just use one, and that refers to like a lot of things.
Yeah.
And that's why they might use only one pronoun to refer to all.
everyone.
Yeah, to everyone
Yeah.
when they're speaking to you in English. And these are very important things that you might not think about on a generally. Just like, why don't you know? But now we know why the student might not know that, and we'll know how to tackle that. So these are just a few of the things that I was like,
CELTA.
thank you for that. Yeah.
Speaking of assignments, so CELTA has CELTA has this thing where so it's a continuous assessment, so it's ongoing. You don't have any tests or exams. You get assessed through your teaching practice and your assignments. 4 assignments, and the first one was focusing on the learner, where you focus on one learner and how you can come up with a lesson for that learner to focus on the problems that they have when it comes to learning English. And then we had
that was the SRT.
Yes.
LRT.
LRT,
the language related skills.
Yeah. And that is where they dissect elements of a language. You know, you dissect idioms, you dissect second continuous. No, second conditionals. You know?
Yeah.
What else did you? Past participles.
It was a lot of things.
It was a lot.
All it is that's when I found out that I don't really know English.
That assignment taught me.
Yeah, it taught me. It's like, Taro, you don't know English. You thought you did, but you don't.
Nah, you know, verbal phrases and what
phrasal verbs. Because because we usually speak it. You know, you just speak it. You know how to speak it. You know why it's wrong to say it like that.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to explain to someone why it's wrong.
Yeah.
But then, that helped us, learn and figure out and research why is it wrong to say it like that.
Yeah.
Then you can, elicit it from the students.
Yes.
Because dare you ever explain or tell the students.
No, we don't explain on the CELTA.
You don't tell.
No, we elicit.
You gotta elicit that.
You see, we even said it all together because
it was drilled into us. Drill. But we learned a lot. Clearly, we learned a lot.
We did.
Yeah. So that and then the third assignment.
LRT, SRT, skills related.
Yes. Which was we killed
that was
one.
Sweet. That was a really nice.
We
one.
killed it.
The reason why Tero is saying we killed it is because when you're doing the CELTA, expect resubmissions.
Mm-hmm.
So resubmissions are where maybe certain aspects of your assignment are good and certain parts are not good, and they ask you to redo those parts that are not okay. And then when you resubmit, you fingers crossed, you get a pass. But normally what they use to tell you how to do it, which part isn't really working, and you're free to ask questions as well. So when you do resubmit, basically it's a good assignment. So yeah, nobody wants a resubmission because normally it just adds so much pressure on you. We're having teaching practice twice a week. You have to submit a lesson plan. You have to submit something called a structural analysis or a language analysis sheet. You have to, what else? And then and then on top of that, maybe you have another assignment coming up as well. And then you have a resubmission of the previous assignment, and you have your full-time job.
Yeah. And you have to eat.
Yep.
You also have to eat.
You have to eat.
You factor that in.
I lost like 3 kgs.
Just not eat. Just like, did I eat? I don't know.
I would wake up on Saturday or Sunday, laptop, work, food, guys. But anyway, maybe we just had it real bad. But and resubmission. So you're really hoping you never get a resub. You want to get a pass on the first attempt. So Tero had it on the first assignment.
I had
LRT.
Yes. I had it for
focus
the LRT.
on learner or LRT?
LRT. I got it for the LRT because we meant to.
Was this a resub?
Yeah, it was a resub.
Okay. When did you get a pass?
what is it? Focus on the learner,
Okay.
skills related, and the last one.
Okay, so Tara's a boss, guys. Like she only had to read some for one assignment. I had to read some for focus on the learner and
The
LRT.
Yeah, I think we all got for
everyone
LRT.
got a result.
Yeah.
And then so I only got a pass on 2 assignments, the last one and the SRT, skills related. That was a really nice one. I enjoyed that one, to be honest. So you really sort of just you want to get a pass on the first attempt. Just also it's a good confidence booster. It's like what?
It makes you feel good, You're like, oh
Yep.
the TP is probably gonna be really bad, but I passed the assignment.
Yes,
You feel really good about
and
that.
TPs can be bad. Then I had my first year of like bad TPs. But guys, you try and teach grammar, okay? I want you to try and teach grammar
before you say anything about anybody else, because grammar.
Yeah. And
grammar.
my worst TPs were grammar, Tero. What do you have to say about that?
I gotta say that mine were given to me at the end, and they were the worst TPs.
Yeah, I have mine at the beginning, and I don't know, but so they do assess you on your TPs. You have 8 TPs in total. Yeah.
TP being teaching practice.
Yes.
I think we didn't mention what a TP is.
Yep.
Teaching practice.
Teaching practice, and so they assess you on your teaching. And this was on Zoom because obviously we can't travel, which I felt was really relevant during this time.
Yeah.
So we got to learn about Zoom. We got to teach students on Zoom. But one thing that doesn't change is the time. They're not going to add more time. If it's 45 minutes, it's 45 minutes. And you will get stopped at 45 minutes. Regardless of whether you finish your lesson or you haven't, it is 45 minutes and that's it, So I had a big problem with time management. I don't know what your issues were with TP.
My issue, like, it was just one of those, not getting to the practice stages.
Oh yeah.
Or not leaving enough time for the students to have to do the productive task.
Yeah.
So maybe they do it for like 5 minutes and it's like that's not enough. They need to be doing it for like, at least 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah. So that was always an issue.
Yeah.
But I also feel like when it comes to like technology, it's finicky. You're trying to figure out the breakout rooms. You're trying to figure out who doesn't have a partner in the breakout room. Who can I switch? So it's so tricky. I felt like it would have been different in a classroom setting.
100%, I agree.
Time management and just like sort of just monitoring the rooms and the classes. So I know right now we're talking about like CELTA jargon, but this is stuff that you'll understand when you actually get to do the CELTA or if you are thinking of doing the CELTA. So yeah, we had TPs, 8 teaching practices, and then 4 assignments that are, I think we had assignments after was it every 2 weeks?
It was every 2 weeks. Yeah, I think so.
Sort of.
Somewhere around there, yeah. It was like, I want to say it was a good spacing out for the assignments, except for like you and whoever was student B.
Yeah.
Trainee B.
We were always like...
the first...
Tero had it really nice, guys.
I did.
I always had teaching practice at the beginning of the week. And that means my assignment is due the day I'm teaching. My lesson plan is due the day that I'm teaching. My analysis sheet is due the day that I'm teaching. So everything had to be done before the Monday before I get to teach, which was a lot of pressure. So I can safely say I work well under pressure.
Yeah.
I'm good with pressure.
She's great with pressure. Trust, because that was a lot.
I almost cried though. The reason being, like I had a talk with, like you guys didn't have TP. There's a stage thing you didn't have with
tutorial
3?
stage or something.
Yeah, I had one.
Didn't.
With
YC and
tutor.
I didn't. Yeah.
And I think I don't know if Roping had.
Yeah.
And I remember because like my grammar lessons were so crappy, and he was like, if you fail the next grammar lesson, you are not gonna get it. I'm telling you. And this.
Okay, see, these are things you obviously, because not that we're not allowed to discuss them, but obviously just for privacy and just we don't necessarily discuss these things in detail during the course. That's why I'm just surprised. I'm like, oh my God, because I didn't know. I didn't know.
Because when it happens, guys, it's like you want to share it, but you just want to keep pushing hard because you're like, okay, I want to share it, but right now I need to focus on me and what I need to get done right. And I remember that night, guys, I did not sleep. I was like back and forth with my tutor till like 2-3 a.m. until the point she was like, go to bed. I was like, I can't go to bed.
I need to get it right. I need to stay awake. I need
need to get this done, you know? So the CELTA, guys, I'm telling you, it will push you.
Yeah.
You might be an amazing teacher, an amazing student, but it will definitely introduce you to things that will challenge you. Yeah, lesson planning. It is a rigorous process. Everything has to be in there. Everything, including what you will say to the students. If you ask them a question, what your expected answers are. Literally, it should be a lesson where if Tero was to do my lesson,
I would know exactly what I need to do.
Exactly how it's going to run. Everything from like, you know, from the lead
problems,
in.
Yeah.
Anticipated. What are anticipated problems?
Sometimes it is just difficult to figure out what could the students have a problem with.
Yeah.
But you're expected
lesson,
to provide them,
You are, yeah.
You're expected to provide the anticipated problems, what they might already know.
Yes.
And like, how am I going to know what they're going to already know?
Already,
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you're meant to like, you know, kind of think ahead, like put yourself in their shoes and just try to like think what could the,
Students have a problem with. Will they have a problem with like an arm and a leg? You know, like getting the literal meaning of it and not the idiomatic meaning. Will they have a problem with maybe pronunciating?
Something like maybe.
Did I say pronouncing?
See, I haven't picked it up.
This language never left us.
It never did. No. It never was. You know, because you know code switching.
What's that?
Code switching is, I think it's typical among people that don't speak English.
Yeah. Is that what you just did?
Well, not actually, but it's more of we present ourselves in a certain way when we speak English when we're in a formal setting.
Okay.
Oh yes, would you like some tea and some biscuits? You know.
Yeah.
And then the real us is, girl, you playing? Do you want to have a drink?
Yep.
You know, so that's the code. You have the code for at home.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, kind of code switch sometimes, and you know, sometimes I'd find myself speaking like my usual self in the lesson. I'm like, no,
yeah.
Get it together.
Not today.
Gotta come back. So yeah, going out pronouncing the pronunciation.
Yes, they might pronounce. You know, we might have difficulty pronouncing some words. Yeah. Like maybe TH or D or Z. So those are some of the things that you need to put in your anticipated problems when it comes to lesson planning.
And technical difficulties, as we've learned.
If you're going to be teaching on Zoom or even in a classroom, like if you're working with projectors or like a TV, then you have to factor in the difficulties you might face, like the switch might blow up.
Yeah, and how will you continue the lesson?
Yeah,
if
how
that
you'll deal with it at that point. Yeah. So that was like CELTA in a nutshell.
Actually, that was CELTA in a nutshell.
Is there anything else we missed out?
Yes. Suggestions. Well, what I wish I had done before I joined the course is actually watch Joe Gakonga's videos. I was like, Kagonga?
She's good.
She is. And she gives proper advice for the assignments. But the language related
one that didn't have.
She didn't have that one. Just that one, and there was this other website. I forgot the name. It's also like a CELTA.
On the CELTA, you can't trust any websites. Yeah. Certain types of websites.
Yeah, if it's not like a British Council or
Cambridge site or like.
Then do not.
They will lead you to the slaughter.
And when your tutors ask you, where did you see that? I saw it at .com.
Yep.
Did we say you should be looking at things on .com? It's like, no.
No.
Because they give us like all these resources, like
CELTA
books.
Does.
Yeah.
We had so many books that had games that had how to teach grammar, how to just teach certain things, if it's reading skills, receptive skills. So different books are meant for different things within the CELTA. And normally you don't need to go outside of whatever you have to get more information, unless if you're researching for an assignment. But the information you need, a lot of it is in the library that they provide you with. I know some of the games that I use with my students now, I learned from my CELTA. We like, you know, one where you have to switch on and off the camera and but...
How many students do you have in a class?
I have about 30-something.
How do you play that game?
I don't play with
I don't trust my kids. The mouse switch it off and never turn it on again. Sorry, Miss Tara, doesn't work anymore.
they're gone, right? That's the other thing with students here. They don't like Zooming with the cameras on.
Yeah.
But it's Zoom, guys, so we can blame them. I'd rather be watching cartoons.
Sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping than listening to you trying to teach me.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, these are the different, I think those are just the overall of the CELTA course. Yeah, I think the other thing for time is, Chi already mentioned that, 45 minutes is 45 minutes and that's all you get. And it really does test your time management skills.
It does.
But at the same, it does. It actually just, you have to make sure that you're teaching within, like we were saying, plan a 45-minute lesson, but know that you'll be teaching a 40-minute lesson because those 5 minutes, put them aside for breakup. Yeah.
You won't even know where they went. No. Like, not until they tell you that, you spent 20 minutes in the first, part of your lesson, like 20 minutes.
That don't sound right.
20 minutes. You sure? 20? Nah.
And then when I see, so
20 minutes.
I checked.
So yes, time will pass you by and you won't even realize it's moving. So also with the CELTA, when you're teaching, don't slow down. Keep moving. Because you get students that love to talk and they'll just like derail your plan. So it's always good to get them back, stop them and continue with the plan. But I can say the CELTA was a very good experience. I definitely came back a better teacher. I came out a better teacher than I was when I first got in.
100%. I really felt like, damn. I mean, I do think before I was a good teacher, but during the course, I was like, damn, was I really a good teacher?
I don't know, right?
Was I high off my own Kool-Aid for a minute? Because, I was like, I know I was good, but I saw that there was a few gaps. I had a few gaps in the way I teach, and I've since improved that and worked on it, and I've applied a lot of the skills that I learned at the CELTA.
And your students are lucky.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, well, yeah, thank you.
Well, I feel like once you do
because now you really commit. I wasn't expecting that.
That's a compliment, y'all.
But our kids are lucky to have us because we did the course.
And I promise you, when you do the CELTA, you definitely become a better teacher because you learn things that you didn't know, and some of the things you just probably forgot, and it refreshes that information. And it definitely gives you that confidence when you're teaching because now you know exactly what you're teaching, why you're teaching it. You know how to justify it, if someone were to ask you a question. So it's definitely a good thing if you want to become a better teacher. And the reason why I say students are so lucky to have teachers that have done a CELTA is because it is so intensive and it's student and learner focused. It's not about the teacher, it's always about the student. And I think this is why also it focuses heavy on eliciting or not explaining. Because when you elicit things from students, they remember them more. When they get that answer, like, now I know. And they remember the answer. And you don't want to be talking like what we're doing, like a whole lot in your lesson as well. We learned that from the CELTA, let the students do the talking. And
let them give you the answer.
The answers, yes. I think we've said a lot. We could say more. We could go on and on and on. There's a lot to say about CELTA.
But overall, I do recommend it 100% if you want to further your studies in it. And I'm actually I know PGC is also PGCE is also a good one. But I think I think for teaching English as a second language to people who speak a different language, CELTA is also very good because it goes into more details about the difference. Because I know we had one textbook, one book that we have that tells you the difficulties that specific speakers have. Like Chinese and Japanese and Spanish speakers, what differences they are in English to their language and how you can overcome those difficulties when the students present with them. So things like that, man. So that's how I recommend it. I recommend the CELTA course. It's great. Yeah.
Same here. I'd recommend it. Although, so centers, we did it with a particular center, but you have different centers that offer the CELTA. The standards are the same. I think the curricula is also the same. But what is different is I think how your tutors sort of structure it. Well, the structure is the same, but what they give you to fulfill the standards of just University of Cambridge and the CELTA, even though the outcomes are all the same. For example, I feel like ours was just more challenging than what other centers offer, even though it's up to par. but we just had,
telling
you know, because I remember for the one assignment we had, I think it was SRT, no, LRT,
the
language related skills. I went on Google, obviously, to see what had been done before, just to get an idea. You know, it's the first time you're doing an assignment, so you want to know what other people have done. So I went on there. I could see like repetitions of every other assignment, LRT, from different centers. But ours is just not there. It's like you know,
does it
for an
not
exam,
exist?
mock exam papers.
Yeah.
Never been done before. Now you just have to
figure it out.
Gotta
figure it out.
Yep. And
but
you
definitely,
did.
I think I was sent to. It was
challenged
more challenging. Yeah, I felt like I was like, I feel like there's a lot more challenging than what I'm hearing from other people.
They put us through the fire.
Yeah.
But we came out gold, guys.
Can you not see these gems?
Came out gold. Diamonds.
Yes. Hard under pressure.
Yes.
You know, we're like a lump of coal.
Yep.
Now we're the diamonds.
We're diamonds. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was really good. And what else can we share?
Yeah, I think
that's about it.
Do it. Definitely do it.
It'll be worth
if
it.
If you're looking for something challenging, worth it, worth your money, do it.
Yeah.
But if you're working full time, it's
wait for your holiday. Wait for the summer holidays to do it.
Yeah.
And because you're just not as stressed as, you know.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it would just be better to do it when you have free time, like the whole day. Even if you're only working part-time, don't do it.
It's difficult.
Yeah. You really sacrifice so much.
It's a job on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
you do.
Yeah, work. You used to knock off at like
4.
At 4, yeah.
And class at 5:30. But 4, it takes me about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes to get home from work. So I barely had time for anything else, but straight into class, 5:30 to 9:30. And by the time I'm done 9:30, I don't want to talk to nobody.
It's like sleep.
I don't want to do. I just want to go to bed. So my social life.
Well,
work,
it is we both lacked it.
You know, but now like, hey,
man, where the party at? Where the party at?
And I also felt like now we can also focus more on our learners and our students.
Yeah.
Because CELTA was just that thing. But yeah, I'm excited. Really excited to have done it.
Yeah, and it's really
yeah
boosted our confidence.
Yeah, like now I walk into class like, everybody, stand up.
And listen.
Okay. Why do we say he went? Why do we use past participle? You know,
what is a past
what
participle?
is it? We're not just telling them
anymore.
anymore.
Oh no, ask them. And I really use it, and I'm very
concept checking questions.
Girl.
Yeah.
Suspect. Is it someone we know did it, or we think they did it? We think they did it. See, I didn't give you the answer. You got it on you. Exactly. Gave it to me yourself.
Yeah.
So
babe.
You're doing great.
As you know, on this channel, before we leave, we always do this feel good moments, feel good vibes. So yeah, let's get it on. If you're new, welcome to the crew. Okay, so Tero, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, everyone. So breathe in, out. I
am a boss.
I'm a boss.
I am a boss.
A boss.
I am a boss.
Am a boss. Okay, so guys, you are a boss, and don't you ever forget